Yeah. Got a buddy of mine coming over today to record some stuff. He plays in a band called Eleanor Swede here in Natchez. Really good dude named Andy Gita. So I'm going to set up a Pro Tools session for monitoring purposes, and I'm going to get the tape machine ready because we're going to be tracking to tape. So that way when he gets here in about an hour and a half or so, we should be good to get rolling.
When I was young, I used to buy a little cheap cigar just for the paper it was wrapped up in. Dump it all out and fill it back up with some goodies that I got from my good friend. But all that choking and coughing and smoking, it ain't really what it's all about. Now I just unwrap my favorite little piece of candy, and the rest will seem to work itself out. Oh, I love them funky chocolate.
Andy Gita. We're going to do one stereo master. We're going to call it Master. 16 mono audio tracks. We're just going to call them audio. We've got headphones routed to ADAT 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 16. One more mono aux input. Name it TB for talkback. I'm going to set the input to line in 16, and I'm going to set headphone out 15 and 16. So it goes in there, and there's no talkback in here. So we're going to name this first one kick, snare, rack 1, rack 2, floor, room, overhead, left, overhead, right. Command S to save, and let's mirror our screen in there. Let me go make sure that's on. All right, that should do it.
Them funky chocolates. I love them funky chocolates.
All right, Andy's gonna be a few minutes getting here. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure we're getting levels coming in here, make it a little easier for him on the way in. Everything else is set up and pretty much ready. And both our rack toms are really, really hot. Let's pad these again. Still really hot. Oh yeah, that's because I've been adjusting the wrong one. Cool. So here's how we have the drum kit mic'd up today. First, the kick drum is a Biodynamic TG D70. It's a dynamic microphone, and it's positioned right at the sound hole of the kick drum. The tom mics, both rack toms and the floor tom, are Biodynamic TG D58s, and they are cardioid condenser microphones. They're side firing, and they clamp onto the rim of the drum. They have this little gooseneck piece, and you can position them so they sit parallel to the surface of the drum head. The snare microphone is a Shure KSM 141. It has a 15 dB pad and a 25 dB pad, which is really nice for drums. It also has a cardioid pattern and an omni pattern as well. So I can select between those two. Right now it's set to cardioid with a 25 dB pad. It also has a high pass on it, which I'm not using, but you can roll off low end. There are two different curves, and then there's a flat, which is bypassing it. This pair of Rode microphones, these are M5, they're cardioid condenser mics, small diaphragm condensers. They're on this stereo bar in an XY pattern. You have a left and a right, and they are giving me a stereo image of the drum kit from out front. These two overhead microphones are ribbon microphones, and they're in a figure 8 pattern looking down at the drum kit. They kind of roll off the high end, which is great for these cymbals. I'm also using this Omni microphone in the hallway, and it picks up a room sound, basically like a hall reverb / room sound, and it just sounds like this huge room. So all these microphones on the drum kit all run to the inputs on these 10 preamps over here. The bottom rack has 4 PM1000 preamps, which came from an old Yamaha PM1000 console. There's a guy at a company called Cyclops Audio that takes these and racks them. I'm using the microphone inputs on all these, and this is for the snare drum and the 3 tom microphones. Sitting on top of that is a TAC AX300. It would give you 6 preamps, summed down to 4 main outputs, and so the idea was you could use this as a front end to a 4-track tape machine. Now, all those still work, but I did have a guy modify this thing so it has a direct out for all 6 preamps, And he also put phantom power on it, and then TRS balanced outputs for the master outputs. And so what I'm using this for, primarily, I have the kick drum into channel 1 and the room microphone into channel 4. I'm taking the direct signal out from those and running it into the next room. Channels 2 and 3 are my left side microphone, so the left side of the stereo pair and the left side overhead. And they sum down to the master channel number 2. And then the same thing with channel 5 and 6. Channel 5 is my overhead right, and channel 6 is my right side stereo pair. And they go to output number 4 on the master output. So it combines these two with the overheads, and it's mixed down to drummer perspective. So if you're sitting at the kit, left and right, it gives me a total of 8 line level signals that come out into the patch bay, and they run under the house with Cat 5 cable and come out to another patch bay just like it in the control room. And from there, I'm able to take the signal out and run it into the inputs of the X desk, and then the direct outs from that are then normaled in through the patch bay into the inputs of channels 1 through 8 on the tape machine, and then the outputs from those go back to the patch bay where they're normaled into the inputs 1 through 8 on the interface, so they go into Pro Tools. And so everything stays nice and neat and orderly.
Oh no. Knocky knocky. Find some.
Come on in.
Alright. Oh, man, I'm sorry.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing, dude?
Good, man, good.
Right on. So what do you think? So, I mean, you want to just kind of come up with something, or?
Just gonna wing it.
Yeah.
And you feel comfortable starting with the drums?
I mean, I was hearing something in my head as I was riding over, starting off, so like, and then the bass was coming like,
Well, yeah, come check it out, man.
let's see.
All right, we got some good levels in here with him playing drums. So I'm gonna go get the tape machine set up and ready to record. Here we go. Smell that.
Achoo!
Well, that's it right there.
Let's do it. I think you want to just back it up and I'll take another take while I've got it fresh in my mind.
All right, we're gonna punch in right here while he's playing drums. So check it out. All right, man, I'm gonna get you going here in just a second. Ready?
Yeah.
We're on the sync head. Got a click track over here. Drums are 1 through 8 here. We're gonna press play. I'm gonna hit record on this little break. I think that was a good punch. All I did was, everything was on sync, just like we would normally record it. Everything is armed. So I found the spot to punch in, and then I backed it up about, I don't know, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, whatever it was. And instead of pushing play and record at the same time to record, I just pushed play. So that way he can hear what he's playing along to, and he's playing along with it. And then during the break, I hit the record button, and all the arm tracks started recording, and he came right back in on time. And I didn't expect it to go perfectly the first time, but that was great. Yeah, let's come in and check that out. You want to? Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm gonna bring you in right there where I did when we did the punch.
Yeah.
Good clean punch.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, very clean punch. Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I like it.
Come on.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, dude. Let me get back to 0 real quick. Let's do it again. Ready? Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. Yes. Yeah, that was great. Let's listen back to that shit.